What's up, y'all? We back. Episode 7, The Aftermath. Josh said, I am here to take Jess to the physician. Was that me falling out? Queen Mara said, I have disciplined a lady in waiting here, Royal Guard. This does not involve you, and I'll have His Majesty take your head if you get in my way. Josh said, I'm doing this one way or another, Your Majesty. If His Majesty wishes to take my head for doing this, then so be it. Mara said, Guardsman, seize him. Ooh. Bring it on, the tank top. I bet y'all won't beat him the way that y'all beat me, you know what I'm saying? Guardsman Don said, but Your Majesty, Royal Guards have due authority. Nick said, he can kill us just for going against him, Your Majesty. Mara said, or I can have you both beheaded for disobeying a direct order from the Queen herself. Guardsman Nick said, I guess we really don't have a choice. Y'all bet. The tank top. Don said, apologies, sir. We were not given a choice. With ease, Royal Guard Josh evades the attacks from the two guardsmen. Y'all weak. Then he swiftly delivers a punch to Guardsman Don's forehead. You gonna knock him out? Yup. And another to Guardsman Nick before he has time to react. Look at both of them knocked out. Josh said, anybody else want some of Debo? Ooh. What about you, Mara? Bring it. Period. Look at Roxanne hating from outside the club. Y'all, I can't stand these people. Then knock me out. I ain't even get to see it because I'm knocked out on the floor anyway. Despite the absence of his sight, Royal Guard Josh can hear the angry queen's rapid breathing behind him as he carefully picks up Jess. Look at them hating, y'all. Haters. Hater 1, hater 2, hater 3. Crazy. Who you? Who that, y'all? Bridget Sean said, oh my goodness, what happened to her? They knocked her out. They knocked her out, sir. Josh said, where's your master? Sean said, he's at the concubine Velia's chamber. Her grace is still unwell. Josh said, go get him now. Sean said, yes, right away. Hurry up. Yo. Royal Guard Josh kneels down to check on you. Look at me, y'all. Slowly gaining consciousness, you feel immense pain all over your body. Okay, look at Tank Top, y'all. Seeing a pair of white eyes in front of you, you realize once again, Tank Top has saved my life, period. Feeling painful, aggrieved, wronged, relieved. Tears start dripping down your cheeks uncontrollably. Josh said, the physician will be here to treat you soon. You'll be fine. I have to return to my post. Try not to move. Royal Guard Josh gets ready to stand up and leave. Y'all, we're gonna grab his hand because I want some romance. You know what I'm saying? Give me the romance. You reach out a trembling hand and grab Josh's hand. Don't leave me, Tank Top. Please don't leave me. You could feel Josh retracting his hand at first, but upon hearing your barely uttered words and your weeping, he stopped and kept his hand in yours. Okay, y'all. Feeling safe and reassured, you close your eyes again. Look, we about to do romance with Tank Top, y'all. Okay, later that day, Penelope said, well, His Majesty has been in there for quite some time now. Bianca said, I really don't see why His Majesty would care about this. What do you think, sister? Madame Dolores said, she may be raised differently, but she's in the palace now. We all know how many ladies in waiting ended up as empresses. Bianca said, but girl, this one ain't nothing but trouble. Penelope said, and if His Majesty really likes her, how is she still in her maid clothing? Raquel said, we should not be talking about this, y'all. Bianca said, yeah, Your Grace. Look at all them outside, y'all. Queen Mara said, I've gone too far this time. Roxanne said, that unmuzzled mongrel brought it on, Your Majesty. You had every right to discipline her as our queen. Jess is just a lady in waiting of a lowborn consort after all. That's the last time you're going to be calling me a mongrel, Roxanne. I'm telling you. Mara said, did you see His Majesty's face before he went inside to check on her? This whole time. How did I not see this? It's just Velia all over again. Roxanne said, we don't know that for sure yet, Your Majesty. For all we know, she still got nothing. This palace never lacks beautiful women, and I don't see her having anything else than a pretty face. Oh, girl, you don't know me. You don't know me. Meanwhile, inside the physician ward, King Cletus coming to check on your girl. Look, y'all. King Cletus said, how is she? The physician said, Jess may not be able to walk for quite some time, but she'll recover, Your Majesty. The guardsman went very hard on her, but most of her wounds are not in the lethal areas. It seems she was able to avoid and redirect a lot of the hits. Any other woman would have died from this. I suspect Jess has been trained to fight. King Cletus said, I highly doubt that. Maybe the guardsmen just weren't trying to kill her. I don't see how a woman like her would be martial arts trained. The physician said, according to the pattern of the wounds on her body, her arms, it seems Jess has used her arms to block off a lot of attacks to the center of her chest. It's also very unlikely for an untrained person, let alone a woman, to survive such brutal attacks. I've noticed rough spots on her knuckles, the same rough spots Royal Guard Josh has. Rough spots like this can only be developed from punching on hard surfaces for a long period of time. As Royal Guard Charles is a swordsman, his rough spots are not his knuckles, but his right palm. King Cletus said, treat her well, physician. I want her fully recovered as soon as possible. The physician said, of course, your majesty. You can also beat my face too. You got the makeup brushes in your pouch. You can also throw me a little bit of makeup on. You know what I'm saying? Y'all. Look at King Cletus. He got an attitude too. You need to have an attitude. Queen Mara said, how is Jess, your majesty? King Cletus said, oh, so you care about her now? Right. Why don't you get 2 guardsmen to beat you up and see what you'll become? Ooh! Right. What has Jess ever done to you to deserve this? Roxanne said, but your majesty, Jess was being very disrespectful. King Cletus said, you are being disrespectful to me right now. So stop talking unless you have a death wish. Ooh! Kill her for the plot. You know what I'm saying? King Cletus said, how did this start, Dolores? Madame Dolores said, my apologies, your majesty. I was at Concubine Valius when this happened. However, Madame Raquel, Concubine Bianca, and Concubine Penelope were there. Oh, Madame Raquel don't respect me. Oh! Y'all. Okay, you know what? It's whatever. It's whatever. Bianca said, it was just another day of concubines disciplining and disrespecting consorts. We all know how Jess is. Nothing ever goes right with her. Madame Dolores said, I'm sure Jess was just being loyal to her consort. Y'all, I can't believe. It's whatever. King Cletus said, every time I promote a new concubine, trouble arises. Apparently, Roxanne is not ready to take on the responsibilities of a concubine. She ain't. Demote her. I hereby strip the title of concubine off consort Roxanne, period. Send her back to the furthest chamber in the consort quarter, so I don't have to see her pettiness again. I know that's right. Get her out of here. Her and that little purple-haired wench behind her. You know what I'm saying? King Cletus said, as for you, my queen. Look at Roxanne crying. Y'all. You are clearly too stressed out, being overwhelmed with your queen duties. Why don't you take a break from your duties and just relax yourself in the royal quarter? Madame Dolores and Madame Raquel are more than capable to take over until next summer. Dolores said, I'll try my best, your majesty. Madame Raquel said, Madame Dolores is much better than me on this, but I'll assist her in any way I can. King Cletus said, excellent. Also, my queen, you deserve all the rest you can get. I'm gonna cancel the dinner event for our upcoming anniversary. I won't be attending, so you ain't gotta exhaust yourself on this. I know that's right. Get them all out of here. Mara said, I understand, your majesty. King Cletus says, as Jess doesn't have her own bed, she can't stay in the physician ward forever. I'm gonna move her to Madame Raquel's old estate. It's far off, and Jess will not be disturbed as she recovers from this. Concubine Bianca said, but, your majesty, Jess is just a low lady in waiting. It's not right for her to... You got something to say? You want to be demoted too? Or nah? Bianca said, actually, just disregard everything I said. Don't even worry about it. King Cletus said, where's Consort Solana? Dolores said, Consort Roxanne had her locked up, your majesty. King Cletus said, have her released at once. Right. I'm sure she'll want to stay with Jess during her recovery. Make the arrangements, madams. Dolores said, of course, your majesty. King Cletus said, if nothing else, I'm retiring to the study. I still have Advisor Arthur awaiting there to bore me with his ideas. Yo, get them all out of here. Get them all. While still unconscious, Madame Dolores has made the arrangement for you and Solana to reside in Madame Raquel's old estate. Okay, look at Solana, y'all. Solana said, look for the brightest star, for it shall keep you from wandering far. Listen and follow my lullaby, for it shall guide you back to paradise. And come back to me. While you are in slumber, your mind starts wandering. Okay, that's me running through the airport. Hello? Angel? Anybody? Hello? Why ain't nobody answering me? There go Angel, y'all. Angel. Girl, you hear me talking to you? Yeah. Hey, girl. Hey, sis. Angel. Hello. Angel. Is everybody deaf? What's going on here? Solana said, look for the brightest stars, for it shall keep you from wandering far. Okay, what is this? Who is this voice in my head, y'all? Who's singing? Solana said, listen and follow my lullaby, for it shall guide you back to paradise. Okay, this voice is super familiar, but why can't I recall who it is? And come back to me. Okay, what is happening? Hello? Yeah, them people didn't beat me unconscious and delirious and stuff. Solana said, Jess, where am I? Every inch of my body hurts. Solana said, you're in Madame Raquel's old estate. It's far off to the edge of the palace. You can rest here until you recover. Okay, y'all, who should I ask for? Where's Josh? No. No, I'm gonna say, are you okay? You okay, sis? We in trouble. She said, I'm fine, Jess. You're the one who almost died to defend me. There are no words to express my gratitude, girl. Okay, don't talk like that, Solana. We friends. Friends always have each other's back. Anyway, we gonna get punished for this or nah? Solana said, the king seemed to take your side on this, so we're not in trouble. Okay, that's reassuring. I can feel pain all over my body, y'all. Can't move at all. Solana said, the physician said it's best that you stay in bed until winter. Okay, that's lovely. Solana said, the good news is His Majesty has revoked all your punishments by the Queen. You don't have to wear your maid clothing again. Okay, but that takes away my excuse to sneak around the palace at night. I still need to find the journal, girl. Gotta get up out of here. She said, just rest up. You can't find the journal when you can't even walk. Okay, that's fair. You right. My clothes look cute. Look at me. Looking cute. What happened to my clothes? She said, His Majesty had this dress made for you, so I helped you with it. The dress is made entirely of some kind of special silk. I've never seen silk that glitters before. Us consorts don't even get to wear something made of regular silk. Okay, this seems like a token of affection. It do. Okay, should I keep wearing this? Yeah? Because I look cute. You know what I'm saying? So I guess I'll keep wearing it. Solana said, wearing something this luxury can be intimidating, which is a good thing for you. People should think twice before wronging you again. Okay, good. I don't know if I can survive another one of these beatings. You right. Anyway, I had this crazy dream, girl. I was back in my world and I heard singing. Now that I'm awake, I think it was your voice. She said, Mother used to sing this to me. It's a song to guide lost souls back home. Okay, you got a cute voice, Solana. Can you sing it again? You close your eyes again and Solana's beautiful singing echoes. Okay, meanwhile at the study, Advisor Arthur said, thanks to House Salvador's constant contribution, we can afford cutting some of the taxes. A slight reduction on taxes will greatly reduce the burden of Ethanian peasants. King Cletus said, I guess we can afford lowering the taxes a little. That's settled then. Have this carried out tomorrow. He said, yes, Your Majesty. I'll go make the arrangements now. Okay, bye, Arthur. Going on. Royal Guards. Tank top. Josh said, Your Majesty. Where's Charles? Josh said, he's patrolling, Your Majesty. Okay, good. I prefer you and your blindness anyway. Come walk with me. Not the blindness. Yeah. Okay, here goes Alana singing, y'all. Still singing. King Cletus said, what a beautiful voice. Josh said, I believe that's Consort Solana's voice. Should I go announce your visit, Your Majesty? King Cletus said, I'm the king of Ethania, bro. A king don't simply walk all the way out here to check on a lady in waiting. Not a word about this to anyone, or I'll have your head. Josh said, okay, bro. You ain't gotta worry about me. King Cletus said, at least you blind. That makes it more convenient for you to do this with me. Why are you talking why are you talking like that to him? Look at me, y'all, looking cute. Looking cute. Look at King Cletus, y'all. Okay, here goes Solana, and come back to me. Solana is on her knees on the. It's like, Solana, get up. You're gonna get your dress dirty. King Cletus said, Consort Solana has been trained for night attendance, no? Josh said, I believe Madame Dolores has been mentoring her, Your Majesty. King Cletus said, I've been neglecting her too much. Let's head back. Okay. Y'all, I don't know about King Cletus. He a little problematic. I don't know. After a few weeks on bed, I said, I can't stay in this bed for a day longer, Solana. Let's get out of here. Let's bust out of here. Solana said, girl, the physician said you were not supposed to walk until winter. Girl, look at me walking. Solana said, you should not be standing up. What if your broken bones aren't fully healed? Girl, I can walk fine. Look. Look at me walking. Walking here, walking there, walking everywhere. See? Let's go, Solana. I ain't seen the sky for a month now. Solana said, I'm not sure. Look, I'll walk slowly. Come on. She said, fine, but no picking fights, okay? Okay, girl. Won't start none, won't be none. Okay, look, fresh air, y'all. Solana said, there aren't many blossoms left, but it still smells nice out here. I said, it smells like heaven here, knowing the queen has not been coming out. I know that's right. Solana, quit shushing me. Solana said, the queen may not be coming out, but she still has power. She hardly got punished for this. Consort Roxanne took most of the fire. Okay, the order to beat me up was given by the queen, and the king seemed furious about it too. It's not like the king still loves her. Why didn't the queen get punished? I mean, no offense, but just a temporal power strip is hardly enough as punishment. Right. As far as I know, the king is aware that she was behind concubine Velia's miscarriage too. Solana said, as long as House Salvador stands, the queen will always be the queen. I said, House Salvador? She said, it's the most powerful noble house in Ethania. They contribute a lot to Ethania. I said, contribute? How? She said, House Salvador has the most well-trained militia, and they're the richest house in Ethania. The queen married His Majesty right after his coronation. Since then, House Salvador has been a big part of Ethania. Okay, so political marriage then. She said, I heard the queen was very beautiful when they were married. But that was 4 ages ago. 16 years in your time. And the queen has always been 3 ages older than the king. The age difference is just more obvious now. I said, so the queen is a sugar mama. No wonder she's so much older. Solana said, sugar mama? A much older woman, girl. Keeping a young man by giving him stuff. Right. Solana said, that's such a disrespectful thing to say, Jess. You need to be more careful, girl. Anybody can be listening to us right now. I mean, it's true. I already sugarcoated this. She said, I ain't even gonna ask. Okay, let's keep walking. She said, are you sure you can walk back? Girl, I got a black belt in karate. Stop. I know you don't know what that means, girl, but I can assure you I can manage walking a couple steps. Let's go. Okay, what's going on over there? Hello? Concubine Bianca said, you got a lot of nerve taking those bolts of Zubian silk cloth, Concubine Valia. Valia said, I'm a crown concubine too, Concubine Bianca. We both got 3 bolts of Zubian silk cloth. Penelope and Gwen got 2 bolts too. Bianca said, I seen the shipment log. There were 14 bolts of Zubian silk cloth. I only got 3 bolts. Roxanne is no longer a concubine, so she ain't get any. I went to the stockroom to request for the extra 2 bolts, only to find you had taken them. Velia said, I ain't taking no bolts. What y'all talking about? Bianca said, you were only promoted to crown concubine because you took benefit of His Majesty when he was drunk. Penelope said, of course. How else can a lowborn make it to be a crown concubine? Velia said, His Majesty has restored the titles of my house. I'm no longer a lowborn. Bianca says, keep telling yourself that, girl. We all know how poor Velia's tears always get what she asks for. Please, my king, let me in your bed. I lost my baby. Please give my house their titles back. Look at them laughing, y'all. Look at me. That is horrible, right? We need to help Concubine Velia. Solana said, girl, what I tell you about picking fights? You promised. Girl, hold on. Yeah, I really want to. What's the fight option? I want to fight, but I'm a smooth talk Bianca down. I'm a smooth talker down. Yeah. Solana said, your graces. Okay, your graces. Bianca said, why are you two here now? Aren't you supposed to be in bed? Penelope said, maybe she ain't learned enough from the beating. Oh, who you talking to? Bianca. Concubine Bianca, your grace, you look radiant today. She said, do I now? I don't feel any different. I said, Zubian silk cloth will only take people's eyes away from your dazzling smile. I'm sure His Majesty sees you for your beauty, not for what you wear. Concubine Velia, your grace, I believe Madame Dolores was asking for you. Velia said, of course, I'll be on my way then. As you turn around to leave, certain strings of your silky dress glitter under the sunlight. Concubine Bianca's eyes narrow. Stop right there. What's up? She said it was you. You took the Zubian silk cloth. Okay, you accusing me of stealing or nah? Concubine Bianca locks her eyes on your dress and studies it closely. She said, look at these interlaced glittering strings. This is Zubian silk, no doubt. I'm only going to ask this once. Where did you get this dress? King Cletus said, what if it was me who gave Jess the dress? Oh. King Cletus said, you lucky I'm in a good mood today, girl. Bianca said, your majesty. He said, go back to your chambers, all of you. Except Jess. You stay. Not all of them. Jess, where you going? Oh. What to say, girl? You walking along with the rest of them? King Cletus smiles at you gently. He said, you look very beautiful in this dress, especially without the scarf covering your hair. You glance at Josh's emotionless face. Why is he doing this? This is embarrassing, right? Thank you, your majesty. He said, did you take that off for me? What? It was just very uncomfortable to wrap my hair up, your majesty. Look at him laughing, y'all. Anyway, there's a reason I asked you to stay. I just want to clear up some confusions about you. Okay, what you want to know? He said, you were a farm girl before Solana took you in, yes? I said, yes, your majesty. I owe my lady a lot. He said, then you shouldn't be trained to kill, no? Of course not. What you talking about? He said, I see. So if I'm to tell Royal Guard Josh to test you out, you would be fine with it, yes? What? King Cletus said, Josh, inspect Jess and see if she's been trained to fight. Oh, Lord. Y'all.